Thank you very much.
Yes, here you go.
Well, I really appreciate the opportunity to tell you what we are working in Mexico. And well, I'm the delegate here, but I'm not sure what I represent, and I will let you know why. I have been involved in the barcoding since '06 that I made a sabbatical leave here with Paul. So we have been working, but I was loyal to my group. So all the time I have been working with freshwater zooplankton. That has been a challenge. And the people here know very well that it's very difficult to barcode this kind of stuff. So I have been working in this. I have been working in part of North America, and right now we are coming to South America in the Amazon basin. So that is more or less my work. I work in an institution that is a research institute in this city that nobody knows where is it, but if I let you know that it's 400 kilometers south of Cancun, you will realize where it is, okay? In Yucatan Peninsula, here in this map. Okay, well, when I received the numbers from BOL, I was not very happy because we have been involved for a long time. But when I see and I compare the numbers from Mexico with the numbers from other countries, then I'm more or less glad. And then, because also when you see in the taxonomy browser from BOL, you will see that Mexico is among the 5 top countries in many groups. And I was wondering, why so few and why so many? But I have to tell you that Mexico, together with Brazil, Colombia, and Peru, is occupying the 4th place, or the 4 first places in the world with biodiversity. So I think these countries are really important for this new project because we need to make a lot of progress on that. I'm not happy with the progress we have so far until now. And well, you can see this, and also in arthropods, in all the groups, in all the countries, the most number is with insects. And here is the only country that maybe some other thing, part of insects, is present. In '09, 3 years after my sabbatical, well, 2 years because I came back from Canada to Mexico in '07, we established the Mexican barcode network. We call that MEXBOL. So it's one of the, I think, one of the first networks that was established. And we made a big presentation. This was the poster. A lot of big people came, a lot of promises that no one was accomplished. So in the beginning, we started, and we continue with these 3 lead institutions. My institute, the University of Mexico, that maybe is the biggest university in the world, and another institute that belongs to the Council of Science from Mexico. The number of researchers actually involved is 224, but is not real, active about 40 more or less, and among these 40 there are strong divisions, as I will let you know. We have 20 more institutions, 20 plus, and active, I think they are about 10. Funding, this is nothing. And all the times that I see the funding in Mexico, even for effect of scale, should not appear. So we receive very less funding. Why we can make this progress that is comparable to many countries when our budget is not comparable? The reason is that Mexico is very cheap for everything, and also for research is cheap. Sometimes, for example, for the consumables, I get a price 10 times below the list price of everything. And for example, in the University of Mexico, we were making the sequencing at the cost of $4 per specimen. So that is a bargain if we speak about science. And well, for the future, we are not sure what is going to happen. Because now, maybe you hear that Mexico had an election. We have a new government that will start in December the 1st, and is going after the 4th transformation of Mexico, whatever it means. In the beginning, we started and we continue with 3 main nodes. the SIGNOR here in La Paz city, that is in the extreme south of the Baja, my institution, ECOSUR, and the Instituto de Biología in the University of Mexico. These are more or less the key persons. I am chair of my ECOSUR, so I didn't put my photo there. But all these people is working, and recently this year, we have a fourth node that is in the border with the US in Reynosa City. And the leader of this place is the main director, Mario Rodriguez. And everything sounds very nice until now. But we have different projects, and I was wondering which kind of projects are we for. Because in Mexico, what we did, and that is maybe the reason of our success, in spite of the low budget that we have, is that I convinced the people, and my group convinced the people to add the barcodes to the normal routine work they do. So we have plenty of taxonomies. We have a lot of people working on that, on taxonomy and things like that, and we convinced them to add the barcodes as part of their research. That is the reason, and it was more or less successful. When I had to put the project, I was wondering, well, what kind of project that is involving everything? And the first project is, of course, our network. Our network has been receiving, since 2009, has been receiving some kind of annual budget, but this annual budget lower up to undergrad in this year. So why it's happening this? The first thing is that we were, in the beginning, one of 12 networks that started in the country. Right now, we have 86 networks in the country, and maybe the budget is exactly the same. So, that is maybe some explanation. And actually, the lead is Patricia Cortez from SIGNOR, and she, fortunately for us, will finish this year because we have some problems, and I will let you know about that. For example, people in Mexico doesn't want to fill both. They don't want to use a database that is abroad of Mexico, in Canada. The ultranationalism started, well, has been always there, like a ghost, but right now, with the problems, with the change of government in the US, and also the change of government in Mexico, that was maybe a reply to that, then the ultranationalism is starting. So they want to make a database from Mexico, in Mexico, for Mexicans. So, the collaborators are these ones. I'm in charge of the international committee, so that is why, maybe one of the reasons why I am here, and the status is underway. Well, this is more or less the amount for this year that we got. Is nothing, as you can see. And from this money, for example, we had so strong division inside of the network that ECOSUR didn't receive any cent from this money. Very, very low money, and we didn't receive. But I'm used to Mexico. Mexico has peaks and lows. So we may continue working for the next 2 years without receiving any funds, because I prevented this problem. So the target taxonomic groups we have been working is chordata, invertebrates, and plants. I forgot to put plants here, but plants are very important. The goals for these years were to work in Cabo Pulmo, that is a haven, is a reef in the north, it's very nice, and middle of the Salmayuca, that I don't know where is it, but okay, and vectors. We also need to form new human resources, and we have been doing this for the last 12 years. And we had 2 workshops, one of them in Colombia that already passed, 5 papers they saved, and things like that. More or less, these were the things that they promised for this, and it's easy to accomplish in our part. The number 2 project is, the construction of the library. I try to represent everything. We continue with highs and lows, the construction of the library, and the lead of the project should be someone of El Colegio, la Frontera Sur. My hope is that it will be Marta. Everybody here, most of people knows Marta, so she maybe will be the next person in charge of the network by the end of this year. So we hope that everything will change soon. And the status is in plan. Well, all the groups, we are going to work, and well, we will define the goals accordingly with the goal we will have. The number 3 is now part of the applications. And we stayed the last 2016, we accomplished one second sabbatical year here. And we work in barcoding and the application of the library. So we hope to continue that, because this will allow us to get more money and to continue with the construction of the library. It seems that it can be a kind of global disease, that is to work on applied science instead of basic science or the construction of the library. So we have the same symptoms, and we have the same disease. So we are going to continue this thing, but maybe we are going to go deep in the applications. We have been moving towards this end with the food security, with a project also working with endangered species that are trafficking and things like that. In this case, as I told you, most of the projects are from individual people that is working also or taking part of the barcoding of this research. It's under planning, but it will depend on the Mexican transformation. The new government says that we are going under the fourth transformation of Mexico, whatever it means. So this will depend. Of course, the taxonomic groups have to be defined, but the work that we already have is with all the groups of freshwater zooplankton and the fish. And we accomplished part of the task with this, and we submitted a paper related with fish. Can be the library construction or meta-barcoding, or in this case, I put what we are doing, what we have steps in advance, biomonitor freshwater or marine ecosystem. Well, maybe I told you part of this analysis during my presentation. We have strong development of taxonomy, a lot of people working on that, very good specialists in different groups, and interested by the biodiversity reconnaissance. Most researchers have good relations, in spite that they don't want to accomplish both. We don't fight for that, but, well, we need to do something. The weaknesses are the changing policies of the Council of Science. When we started with the networks, they said, these are research networks. But they changed to applied networks, and then to kind of educational networks, and so on and so on. So it's a big problem, and this is after the officials in charge of the policy. We have also no support for basic research. Everything should be innovation, application, and so on. Threats. Okay, we have extreme shortage of funds. As I told you, for example, the network is receiving every year less and less money. And this is not because the money is a shortage of money. This is because change of the policy from the National Council. So we have the money. The problem is how this money is spent. And that is the main problem. And we have a lack of short and long terms the policy for science. So that's part of the threats we have. And the opportunities are the involvement of graduate students, that now they are getting good positions in several places. So they can make some influence in decisions or things like that. That can be one of the opportunities. The next opportunity is iBOL by itself, because I told the people, this is a train that is coming, it's a party. So anybody wants, if they want to join, or they will remain there. So you can do as you wish. The collaborative research and the training that open a window working with the other Latin American countries. In this moment, for example, we have a strong relationship with Colombia and with Peru. And maybe, we don't know, this is a big question mark, the change of government. They spoke about basic science, but they say also oriented science, whatever it means. So this is more or less, and I give you the times showing this that was published in the Lancet by the end of the last year, and it was more or less explaining everything that I told you about the opportunities and challenges that we are facing right now in Mexico. Thank you very much.